point. So obviously there's going to be a conversation of why you are or aren't eligible. Obviously, you're going to be speaking why you're eligible, and so you're going to know the law again. We want to refresh and put more emphasis on this. Know your eligibility. Know the applicable law. If it is a protection visa, know the definitions. Know what are the protection obligations. If it is student visa refusal, know the structure of the eligibility. For example, financials, you're being genuine, cost of preparation, etc.
That's super important, and also understand where there might be a few plot holes as well. You may not satisfy every criteria 100%, but that's not what you're there for. You're there to address every criteria, and there might be, you may be stronger in certain points, and that's completely okay, as long as you're able to address it. If you don't know something, it's important that you don't just leave it out, because what will happen is the member will raise that at the end and say, for example, let's say if you don't know what complementary protections are, protection obligations, and you don't raise them, the member will say, well, you haven't brought any complementary protection obligations, so I'm not going to assess them. So it will come back to you because they've got their script. So just because you haven't brought that up, it doesn't mean that it will go away.
Right, so the member will ask you questions. Question about what happened, the facts, your time here in Australia, etc. So be prepared to answer these questions, in a calm manner. And what sort of questions is the member going to ask, Ross?
Yeah. Well, look, the questions are going to be open-ended questions, meaning questions that will get you to answer the question in full and provide as much detail as possible, and will link back to the regulation. So going back to complementary protections, obligations, or maybe sort of specific protection obligations, the member might ask you a question around specific incident. What happened on this particular date, and they would be looking at to see how you tell the story, whether you're being specific. If you mention that you've been injured or someone harmed you, they will ask you who that was or how it happened, and then they will go on and also ask for any evidence. So it kind of leads from one question to the other. What the member is trying to do is they're trying to understand what these documents are that you've provided.